Dark Mirror Reviews and Playthroughs.
Resident Evil 2.
So, Editor Dark Mirror here. I'd like to apologize for the poor audio quality in the following videos. Apparently, OBS had turned off audio recording for the game, and so the sounds from the game that you can hear are actually the mic picking up the audio from my headphones. Again, I apologize, but it does get better in later episodes. Now, as is, I've just had to go through a thing where Sherry has been infected with the G virus by her father. Not too sure if she knows this. She did kind of fall onto a big pile of rubbish from a very high height. And I've just saved in what appears to be a pre-boss save room because they just loaded me up with a whole bunch of ammo and health. So let's see if we can drop these off. Right, so I'm going to drop off my ink ribbons. Again, I do think the ink ribbon save system is a really interesting way of doing saves. It makes it feel limited. It makes it feel like it's a scarce commodity. I mean, by the end of Resident Evil 1, I had saved 10 times, and I had a lot of ink ribbons left. Alright, we've come out into what appears to be a large shed, and this is screaming to me boss arena. Unlike the alligator fight which we had before. Oop, there is something here. See, madly spamming the A button while running back and forth. It sometimes nets you items. I mean, I can't see anything there, but obviously, sometimes they just don't place an item picture. There, they just... Okay, what do we got here? What's this? That looks like something. Factory map. Alright, we're heading to the factory now. So that's the thing, we've got the pre-rendered backgrounds, and if there is a 3D image or an image that can be moved or changed, it tends to have a slightly different look to it, maybe slightly different resolution, or less intense texture, or to be fair, I think it's mainly the lighting just doesn't hit it quite right, so... Since control device for the turntable, there's a keyhole. Right, let's see if we can find the keyhole. Claire hops up right away, and Sherry's... Come on, Sherry. There we go, right. So, yeah, we're just going to have a bit of an explore around this, and we're going to look at the atmosphere here. Okay. Don't know if you guys have noticed there is no sound. There's no audio background. There's no audio cues. There's no music. Now, whether that's supposed to instill a sense of safety or perhaps tension, well, that's to be seen. As a toilet? Yes, of course I'm going to stick my hand in the toilet and find... What else would you find in a toilet but flame rounds? Genuinely, what the hell? Okay, we've got a key here. Control system, switches and levers, which I'm guessing I can only use once I turn the system on, so... C for the D. Alright. The use of the keys in these core moments is interesting. Like, it's I like it. I think it's a really good little game mechanic that they have to ensure that the player has enough space for any key items, like any items they are going to need to pick up during boss battles. They use this in Resident Evil 1. Obviously, at the end of Resident Evil 1, you go up against the Tyrant. You have to first use a battery to power up the elevator so you can get to the final boss area. Then you have to pick up a flare so you can activate the flare. If you're at the good ending as well, you have to fight the final form of the Tyrant in Resident Evil 1. And you have to kind of run around and do a bit of damage to him and basically survive long enough for Brad to drop a rocket launcher at your feet, which ensures that you have the space to pick up that rocket launcher and finish the game. If you didn't, if however you had too many items or you had too many health items or whatever, you would have some issues in picking up that last weapon, and you wouldn't be able to finish the game. So it's a good way to make sure that the players have enough space to do that. Alrighty, so I think I'm telling you, this is the boss arena if I ever saw one. Oh, come on. I spent the entire game being really, really careful making sure that Sherry's right behind me, and when I lose control, Just run straight in without even caring about it. Ooh, FMVs. Look at I miss these. I do genuinely miss these classic FMVs from the PlayStation 1 era. I mean, look how good it looks, especially considering the time. This game is genuinely, what, 30 years old now? 30 years old.
Claire, my stomach hurts. Hang in there, Sherry. It's burning up. Have to hurry before the embryos pupate.
Did you just say that out loud to the child who's got the pupates, well, larvae inside of her? I do love the fact that Sherry's voice acting is actually a lot better than Claire's voice acting. I don't know if you could tell there, like, you know, Sherry's like, oh, my stomach hurts, and like, it was good voice acting there. And Claire's like, oh, hang in there, Sherry. We have to get there. Right, so it sounds to me like I got a Birkin on the roof. I don't know if this electric cattle prod is going to be any good. Let's see. Security panel. In case of emergency, the red light will turn on, and access from the outside will be prohibited for a limited time. Why? Generally, why? I know it's supposed to be a safety feature, but what is the safety feature for? I don't get it. If there is an emergency, you know, we will trap you outside on some train tracks. And I'm locked outside with the boss. Alright, let's do this. That was rude. Hello, Mr. Birkin. I know your daughter. So yeah, that looks really cool and all, but I don't understand the biological reason to grow an entirely new head. He already has one. Ow. Okay. Whoop. Ooh, I'm liking the action music. Okay, I thought they were gonna stop him at least a little bit. Ah. Oh, okay, they just explode midair. Well, that's not good. Right, so let's try this again. I think he's real slow, right? And he has a hunter problem where he can only swing with his right arm. Whoop. Which means I just got to go around his left. Dodgy dodge. He appears to be growing more arms for hugging, maybe. Look at his little arms. He just wants a hug. I'm not actually going to give him a hug though, because I don't actually want to die. It's okay, Mr. Birkin. Ooh, pedal board and everything. Right, does he have anything fun on him? No. Again, I do both love and hate the fact that you move slower when you're injured. So the more injured you are, the more punished you get, which means that it's harder for you to survive. Yeah, so okay, I guess this was a boss arena. It's not the boss arena I was expecting, because that large shed looked to me like boss arena material, but one thing I have noticed with Resident Evil is they do make their boss arenas actually really quite awkward. They're not just square, simple boss arenas. So they always have like something in the way, or they have like it as an irregular shape. Alright, surviving the zombie experience is going to be hard when we're carrying a baby around. Well, a child at least. Which does remind me, there was a movie which had that as a concept in it. I'll really have to look into watching that at some point. Alright, yeah, so what I'm doing now is I'm going to be streaming both to TikTok and to Twitch, and then I'm going to be uploading my videos on YouTube. Aww. Oh, that's cute. She gave her a jacket. Oh, she's fine now. See, she's all good.
You're finally awake. Isn't this that It's okay. You keep it. I'm sure it'll keep you safe.
I mean, I know Claire's petite, but that jacket is completely jean size.
I'm an only child. Neither of my parents ever spent much time with me
Oh.
because of their work. I grew up alone,
Oh.
but now that you're with me, I finally have someone to rely upon. Sherry. Rest here for a bit. I'll be right back as soon as I found the antidote for you.
Again, I don't get it. It's really strange hearing that direct contrast between the two voice actors. Like, Sherry sounds like a humane, living character. She kind of conveys the emotion that she's been left alone by her parents, and her parents have never really loved her. And then you've got Claire going, Sherry. Like the contrast in the voice acting is absolutely amazing. And I know that a lot of horror games, they have terrible voice actors. Sometimes they say it's a choice. I don't really believe that, really. I think it's just a weird style that they have. Maybe it is a language barrier thing. Maybe it is because these games are all made by Japanese company Capcom. I'm not 100% sure, but it's strange to me that the voice acting is just quite that terrible. Right, I'm going to leave the spark thingy here because it seemed to actually do pretty good against the boss, so I'm hoping to get some more use out of it. Right, so let's put some more herbs away here. Sorry, I just got to neaten this up a bit. So I'm going to mix a couple of greens together and just make a... Whoop. And let's put that key item there. Right. As far as I can tell, I'm not going to need anything else. Right, now if I remember right, so using one green herb will heal about 20% of your health. But if you mix them together, it heals about 60% of your health. Obviously, if you use too much, it kind of overfills, and then you lose some of those healing values. But anyway, welcome to chat, guys. I hope you're having fun. We're just playing through the series, and we're seeing just how far we can get. I normally don't play this early in the day, but I'm going to try a different sort of system. Maybe play some during the day and some during the night. Or what I might try and do later is play through one scenario during the daytime as one character, and then through a different scenario as a different character. That might mess up my brain just a little bit, because I'll probably get confused as to where I am for both those settings. So let's put this back, let's rearrange here, and there we go. Alright. Okay, everybody blink for a second. You saw nothing. Alright, looks like we're in the factory. In fact, I have the factory map here as well, so let's take a look. Okay. Nope. I had the factory map, not the laboratory map, which is apparently a completely different thing. Maybe the factory map might have pointed out some of the things I'd missed. I kind of doubt it, but anyway, let's see what... Look at that. Look how deep that goes. Right, that's the sign of human hubris being taken way too far. Huge breaker system that regulates all the power in the lab. The main fuse has been removed and the power is not active in some areas. Right, which means we've got to get that to reopen some of the floors. I mean, this has a very Star Wars feel to it, with the walkways and the never-ending tunnels, never-ending pits leading straight down. It does have that sort of very mechanical lab feel. Right, so we're in the east area. Let's see, doors open with a key card, which isn't going to open until we get the power back on. So, what do we got here? Frost, ice, snow. I do like how every single door has been modelled, so every single door you go through is different. Okay, it's very cold in here. You can see all the fog. Of course, she's removed her jacket, so she's going to be feeling it. Control box. Now you can see over here on the left, we've got a little thing. If I had a fuse case, alright. Got a little thing. So is this a fuse case? You've got something that seems to stand out. There's no twinkle on it, there's no flicker, but fuse case. It's definitely noticeable. And a lot of the yes, wait, can I just use the fuse case now? There we go. Super cold superconductive fuse. Okay, interesting. Main fuse, right, so we'll put that in the fuse box thing. I mean, I don't know why we had to do it that way, but we're doing it that way, so why not? Let's have a quick look here. Thank you, Resident Evil fan. I don't know if you guessed, but I'm a bit of a fan of Resident Evil myself. I played the games when they came out. First games I ever had for the PlayStation was Resident Evil 1, and while I was given the PlayStation and Resident Evil as a Christmas present, I was not given a memory card, which was great fun, because then I had to try and play through Resident Evil without saving, which meant that I got to know Resident Evil 1 very, very well indeed, especially once Hunters came around, because they would end up killing me pretty quickly. Alright, so let's take a look here. Power's gone back on, but I didn't see any key cards that way, so we're going to go this way and see if we can find any key cards to open the access to the next areas. Now, to reiterate, I have not played these games in literal decades. I absolutely loved them as a kid, but it has been a long time since it came out. So, as you can see, we've got the west area and the east area, red and blue. I like color coding the areas. Locked from the inside, so I'm guessing that is a one-way door, which we will then unlock as we kind of continue around, which lets us have a little shortcut back to where it's supposed to be. That's a worrying noise. Erase a short loop. Okay, tentacles. And we've got a researcher's corpse. It looks like he poured oil all over the place. If only I had a lighter to set this thing on fire. I'm guessing that's going to do damage to me. Right, I'm not going to even bother trying to do that. Right, so let's read this user registration. Temporary user registration for the Cultural Experiment Room. Username, guest. Password, none. Valid for 24 hours. I mean, anybody who uses computers worth their salt and knows that you can just use guest, and the password is either none or just 1234 or password. Not teaching you guys how to hack, I'm just teaching you how to think. Laboratory Security Manual. Laboratory Security Manual. Security measures in case of an emergency. In the instance of an uncontainable biohazardous breakout, all security measures will be directed towards the underground transport facility. In the instance that any abnormalities are detected amongst the cargo in transit, all materials will automatically be transported to the loading zone to the designated high-speed train, at which point all materials will be isolated and disposed of immediately. In the instance of a Class 1 emergency, the entire train will be purged and disposed of without delay. In the instance that the lab itself becomes contaminated, the northernmost route currently used to transport materials to and from the facility will be designated as an emergency escape route. This route will secure passage to the relay point just outside of the city limits. Disclosure about any information regarding research conducted here, or the existence of this facility, is strictly prohibited. Since it is top priority to keep all research classified, escape access may be denied under certain extenuating circumstances. To be fair, if I was an evil corporation, I probably wouldn't tell my employees that. Or I might have it written into a subclause, the terms and conditions, which nobody reads. Alrighty, so to get to that air vent, which of course I need to get to, I'm going to have to go and get my lighter. I can push a switch. Oh my god, I forgot about these things. Right, whoop-a-doo-doop. Yeah, I'm going to need to go get some flame rounds. They are plants. Plants do not like fire. Let's go set these things on fire. That was silly of me, letting the plant monsters out. Now, okay, I get the zombies, right? People have been infected with the G/T virus. I'm still not 100% sure about that. It doesn't make a huge amount of sense to me. Hello, zombie man. Where did you come from? You weren't here before already. Oh, oh. What have I done? I have unequipped it. Let's try that again. Naked zombie man. This time, at least, we can't see his genitals. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's get you guys nice and close. Nice and close. No, okay, not you. Oh, bollocks. How did that miss the other guy? Alright. Oh, there's a lot of you. Hi. There's a lot more than I was expecting anyway. I've got a lot of ammo for this bow gun, which I just have not used at all. So, you know what, I might try and use that. And I'm going to put some flame rounds into my grenade launcher here, since I have 31 of the darn things. Okay, so how much can I load up the crossbow? By that much. Okay. I'm going to put my handgun away and just use the bowgun for as much as possible. Let's combine these here as well. Okay, so we can swap these over. So we've got flame rounds for the plant people, and we've got crossbow bolts for the zombies. We also needed a lighter as well, didn't we, to set things on fire? So let's see what we've got here. Yeah, so we're just going to be running through here, and lighter time, lighter time. Yeah, I'm going to be putting a camera in at some point. I'm going to just get a camera from my computer. But you know what? I can dodge around you guys. I can dodge around you guys. That's the core part of Resident Evil, is a quick loop-de-loop and then running around-y. There we go. So we're going to go use that lighter on the weird tentacle things coming out the walls. Okay, so yeah, I get the zombies, and I get the lickers even. I can't remember if they're actually genetically engineered like that, or if they were an accident. I remember some people... Whoop, hi. I don't get the plants. Are you dead? Yay. Right, awesome, cool. Job done. Oh, hello. Good thing that they appear to be about as smart as the zombies as well. Why do we have walking plant people? Yep, sure, it's cool to have another creature running around, but why? Why? Okay. I guess I have to be here with the oil. I mean, I get the... I mean, I don't get, but I can kind of get behind Plant 42, which was in Resident Evil 1. Growing out of control with its big weapons and everything, but having individual plant people is a bit of a stretch, I think. But oh, hi. Why are they different colors? Nope. I might actually die here. Again, this is a survival horror, not an action horror, so I do not get much leeway when it comes to shooting. You can only shoot once every 3 seconds. Aiming is not really a thing. You can aim up and you can aim down. Yay, more grenades! What I do need is some health. See, I'm going to have to go back, and I think that's going to be a bit of an issue. So you fire out 3 arrows every time you shoot using the bowgun, but it doesn't really seem to do a lot of damage. I mean, yeah, I had to shoot each of them, what, 3 times? So yeah, the bowgun, I'm just going to call it, I'm going to call it absolutely useless. I haven't seen any location in which it would be of any use. Now it looks like this was an optional location. Interior has been destroyed by the plant. Because, yeah, there's nothing here. There's nothing else here. So I took a big hit on health, and I gained some grenade rounds for it. So Okay, come here, you. Okay, so we're gonna head back and... Okay, I don't like the fact that they're... Oh. Okay, right, so I'm gonna reload here, guys. Right, that does suck, but we're, gonna do this again, right? So, the plant things respawn, which is not good. Right, okay, wait, so let's... Okay. Yeah, we're cheating a bit, we're getting ahead of the curve, but we're just going to do this. We're going to quickly go and get the lighters. Okay, zombies have randomly spawned in. Of course they have. Why not? Why would zombies not randomly spawn into this area? And of course that has damaged me a fair amount. Right, so I'm going to get the flame rounds since we know we need the flame rounds. I'm going to get the bowgun and these bolts. And I'm going to get the lighter. I'm going to put away my handgun and the handgun bullets. Let's neaten things up here a little bit. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'll take this green herb mixture. Alright, and I'm gonna... There we go. So, I'm gonna see just how useful the bowgun can be. Probably not very useful, but let's see if I can use it to at least take out these guys. Okay, so that took 6 bullets to kill that one. Oof. Again, with the depth of field, not really being able to see from the weird angles, it is a bit tricky to actually shoot things. Which again, I believe it was a stylistic choice. Like, I believe it was a mechanical choice that they made with these strange angles, not just to set atmosphere and to highlight items and objects and stuff like that, but to also make it trickier for the player to aim. I'll see later on when we have Resident Evil 4, you've got the over-the-shoulder action, which again makes Leon feel more like a badass survivor instead of a rookie cop who's just, you know, trying to survive through the horrors of Raccoon City. So yeah, from Resident Evil 4 onwards, it does feel a bit more like it's become a survival action game instead of survival horror. Oh, there's a first aid thing that I did not see there. Right, there we go, first aid spray. Obviously, if you use first aid sprays, your ranking will go down, but I'm not aiming for a high ranking here because I've been stopping too often. I've been looking around, examining the backgrounds, pausing the game and talking about the monsters and the settings while I've been playing through the game, so I haven't really had a lot of stuff going on there. So. Right, let's go. Right, coffee. I love how convoluted they've made just getting a key. That's what this thing is. It is a key that opens a bunch of the doors. Lets you turn on the shutters and everything, and obviously lets you use key cards. I'm a bit annoyed by the respawning situation going on here, but we're gonna see, because it looks like the zombies respawned and it looks like the plants respawned as well, so if we are going to have constant respawning enemies, then it's going to be a case of just trying to blow one of them away and run around the rest. Alright, power is on. Let's head here. It could be a good way to test and see how much ammunition it takes to take out these little plant creatures. Yep, actually, let's let these guys out and let's see how much bow ammo it takes. Obviously flame rounds. So flame rounds, it took 2 flame rounds to kill these plant people. Ah, crap, that's not what I wanted at all. Cool. Used up all my ammo and finally managed to kill them. So it's official, the bowgun is absolutely useless. I mean, I know we don't want the weapons to feel too overpowered, because if you feel too strong and it's too easy to survive, you know, you get that sort of power fantasy trip, which is not what we're looking for. We're looking for a survival horror atmosphere. So, yeah, I get that, but there's a point where you're just firing what should be much stronger bolts at these creatures, and it should feel like there's a bit more of an impact, but there isn't. So it's yeah, I'm gonna call it a waste, and once we're done with this, I'm gonna put them away. Now I'm gonna get this out because I know from previous experience, i.e. 5 minutes ago when I was killed, that there are lickers in here. Again, I don't understand the concept around the plant creatures roaming around. I get it if they were like on the walls or something and they're growing out of the walls. You know, if they were connected to some sort of like, you know, mother plant thing, but they just look like people that have been turned into plants. There you go. There you go. 2 grenade rounds, no problem. Whereas before it took, what, 9 bow bolts each? So grenade launcher, definitely a lot better than the bow gun. Okay, so we'll combine those, and since I think... I'm going to see if these plant people have respawned. And the thing with the plant people is they have a ranged attack, like the spiders with their spit, their acid spit. Yep, okay, so this guy has respawned. There we go. Yep, and that one's respawned too. Well, that's no good. Alright, so constantly respawning enemies. That's a new one. No, I can't be bothered with you, so I'm just going to go downstairs. If it looks like these creatures are just going to be constantly respawning, might as well run for it. Also, where the hell am I? Oh, okay, so we've got an even bigger Plant 42. What they say, if it works, just do it again and make it bigger. I'm really hoping I don't have to try and blow that thing up. What if I could? Okay, so I hear licker noises, and I do like the fact that each of the monsters in here have their own audio cues. The clickety clack on the floors, and that weird little noise. But that noise sounds quite human to me. Oh. Some people said they were rats originally, and that have kind of evolved into human-looking things. Oof. That took 3 rounds. That's not good. Okay. I'm going through the ammo pretty fast here. There's a disc slot in the monitor that says we need an ammo disc. Ah, call back to Resident Evil 1. You needed 3 ammo discs to open up the security door, which would lead to the other character. So if you're playing as Chris, you would open the cell to Jill, or if you're playing as Jill, it would open the cell to Chris. Okay, cool. Again, like, the sort of science fiction-y style here is very reminiscent of Star Wars. Like, undeniably so, with the high ceilings and the weird shapes. Map of the lab is available here. Will you file the laboratory map? Right, cool, yep, okay, so let's see what the map says. Okay, so we're laboratory B5. Okay, so we can go So follow this around and go there. That little door there we couldn't open until we had an ammo disc. Okay, and that says it's flashing blue, so it needs a special sort of key card. But it looks like the other ones are unlocked. That's where we were before, with the different wings. I haven't opened that other wing yet, but there's a shutter there that I could open. Maybe that'll give me the key card. Alright, B4, B5, and that's literally it. Okay, cool. Not exactly a huge map. Okay. Strange how there's a save item, like there's a save typewriter here and the item chest, but there's no safe music, if you know what I mean. Like, it doesn't feel safe here. It feels like we're still in danger. Okay, I'm going to put the first aid spray away in the hopes that I'm not really going to look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I'm not a great player, but that's a lot of health. There are the ink ribbons. It's an old typewriter. Yep. Again, like the save system here is really interesting. In fact, they try and make the act of just saving feel like a limited resource. I don't know how many other games have actually done similar things where, you know, saving is a finite resource. I mean, I know that can be quite unfair for some players, but I think it's interesting. All right, what do we got here? These look like bug eggs. They don't look. Yeah, I know it's a huge egg, but of what? If these things start hatching, I'm going to be very upset. Open with a key card. All right, card key with a card key. Ooh, red herb. Thank you, Mr. Red Herb. Right, we'll take that. I've gone past a whole bunch of scattered green herbs. Right, P4 laboratory. So that's what the blue flashing door is for. We need a key card. Blue key. Alright, only one of these has a light above it, so let's see. I could open it if I had the key. Alright, I do not have the key. Another first aid spray. You know, I'm going to leave it there. Ooh. Oh, hello. Yep, okay, yep, just grenade round on you. Oh, hello to you. Ah, look at that. I do like how they've made it so you can like blow the zombies up, but like in different ways. You can blow their legs and their arms off. You can blow their torsos in half. You can even, like, if you aim right with a shotgun, you can literally cut them in half. What do we got here? Oh. See, that's the thing with the camera angles. Like, it shows the essentials, but it also makes it really hard to see what you're doing and where you're going. What kind of experiments were performed yet? I don't know, but there are zombies running around. Vaccine synthesis machine, right, so I need the base vaccine. So where do I get the base vaccine from? Okay, no, I don't need ink ribbon. Various chemicals. Right, I can't even see myself past the zombie here. Look at like the raggedy texture that they've added there as well. The amount of detail and the amount of thought they've put into like the blood stains. Okay. Various chemicals. Nope. Okay, cool. Let's try and go through this door. I'm not going to bother trying to kill these zombies because obviously if they're just going to respawn, it's just going to be a waste of ammo. Okay, so I'm guessing, right, so that's not the key. I'll head on out here. Interesting little lock, twisty lock system there. Oh, we're going to have monster. Ooh, hi.
Annette,
Hello, Annette. Good to see you.
killed William.
What?
I'll never forgive you for that.
He was a monster and was trying to impregnate his daughter. I'm sorry. Choices, people. Choices.
And this time, no one will take it from me. This is the most significant piece of research my husband has ever left in my hands.
Stop it! Sherry's in serious trouble. William implanted her with his embryos. There's no telling when
Ew.
if that happens. Sherry won't. William.
Oh, she's gone insane. Ooh, see, more arms for more hugs. Genuinely, I honestly think that Sherry is the best voice actor out of this entire lot. Annette, no. Ooh. Yeah. I'm a badass. I just scared off William Birkin. Ooh, more dead.
Still alive. He's getting stronger with each skin he casts off. Sherry!
Tell me what I need to know. How can I save Sherry?
I have detailed information. Everything you need to know to prepare the antidote is right here.
Yeah, I was gonna like make a quip about like how she just happened to have it on her, but to be fair, she knew that Sherry was getting infected, so she was probably getting the research ready, see what she could do, and then got upset with the fact that her husband was killed, and then kind of got distracted by the G virus. Yeah, so Annette Birkin has ADD. I'm just gonna put that theory out there. So instructions for synthesis of the G virus antigen G vaccine, codenamed Devil. So if the vaccine is devil, then I'm guessing G is God, and then also the T stands for tyrant, so we're equating God to tyrant. So again, we've got some more anti-religious messages kind of hidden here. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so the G virus is supposed to turn people into a god. What I still don't understand is how the G virus, when it infects William, turns him into that four-armed thing that's running around. But when it infects the zombies, or the humans, it just turns them into zombies. I don't know, maybe if it's watered down, it turns into a sort of T-virus. I'm not 100% sure on how that sort of worked out, but anyway, any beings infected by the G-virus will reproduce through the impregnation of embryo within another living being. Unless rejected by the host, the embryo will undertake the process of gradual cellular invasion, infecting the host cells on a molecular level as it rewrites their DNA. So Sherry's DNA is already starting to be rewritten. Now, I don't know if they do anything with this character, but genuinely, I think that'd be a fascinating character to kind of play around with. As she gets older, her DNA has already been rewritten. I think that'd be a really interesting thing to kind of like look into. Like, what happens to Sherry as she grows up? Even if we kind of cure her now, part of her DNA has been rewritten by the G virus, so that'd be a really cool thing. I don't know if you guys have ever watched the movie The Fly, where a scientist kind of uses a teleporter, gets his DNA merged with the flies, and then slowly starts becoming a fly. During this process of turning into a fly, before he becomes completely sticky and icky, he sleeps with a lady and impregnates her, and she has a baby. The baby, when it's born, is born in a sort of weird egg sac, and it turns out to look like a normal baby, but obviously he's quite different. He's changed. He's sort of part fly, and the entirety of The Fly 2 is about him growing up and realizing that he is not quite human. And I think that'd be quite an interesting character thing to look into. Obviously, I don't know if they have, I doubt if they have, but it'd be something to look into anyway. Anyway, once the metamorphosis is complete, the host will be capable of continuing the cycle of self-replication. The duration of time for the process to run the course will vary from subject to subject. In the early stage of the cellular invasion, it is possible to halt progression of the metamorphosis through the administration of the G virus antigen. The following procedure details its synthesis. The vaccine creation requires the base vaccine. This can be arranged by the activator VAM, so vaccine acquisition machine. First, set the empty cartridge to the VAM and activate it. After several moments, the process will be complete and the white-colored base vaccine will be set in the cartridge automatically. Then confirm the green light is on, remove the cartridge, and proceed to the next step. Once the base vaccine has been prepared, set it in the vaccine synthesis machine located in the P4 level experiment room. The machine is fully automated and only requires the user to push the sequence start switch. At this point, the program will run automatically, and synthesis will be complete within approximately 10 seconds. As the synthesis of Devil is an extremely delicate process, the quality may vary with slight shocks or changes in temperature. Careful handling is required for the proper results.
Save me, daughter. And tell her I'm sorry I wasn't better.
No.
Self-destruct sequence has been activated.
What?
The self-destruct sequence activated.
Crap.
May not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
Crap, 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 crap. Alright, okay. Okay, so now we've got this tense field. We are running out of time. I mean, we already had a time limit kind of going on there with Sherry. Like, we're like, okay, well, we have to save her as soon as possible. But now we know that the entire lab is going to get blown up. What the shit is going on here? Ew, sticky, sticky, sticky. Hello, Mr. Death's Head Moth. What the fuck are you doing there? Okay. Yeah, I know I killed you babies, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna swap to some flame rounds and try again. Okay, need one flame round. That's a weird creature. Alright, yep, I'm gonna operate the computer. Culture experiment rooms, registry accessing. Oh, okay, I gotta type this in. So, guest. See, this is why fingerless gloves are good. Yeah, they've got their reasons. They've got a good reason. Fingerless gloves are awesome. Okay, valid for 24 hours. Okay. I mean, is this a choice thing? Can I just, like, get out now and leave Sherry behind? Yeah, I won't. Obviously, I won't. But in Resident Evil 1, like, you could actually leave the other survivor behind, and your choices and actions throughout the game up until that point also decide whether the third survivor survives with you as well. Whether it's Barry or Rebecca, depending on who you're playing as. I don't know if I still need my lighter. I don't think so. No, wait, I do need that. There we go. Okay, I'll combine those just in case. Okay, and okay, I'm gonna get this bow gun and just use all the bow bullets. Ooh, beep beep. I mean, the place is gonna blow up and I've got to save this girl from mutating. Ah, but there's a Leon. Hey, Leon.
Leon, he made it. Never mind that right now. Leon, you have to go back and get Sherry for me. I left her in the security office. Please, you must save her. I still have a few loose ends to take care of. I'm counting on you.
Why can't I get the vaccine and take it back? No, it's fine, it's cool. Leon's finally being useful. Barely seen him the entire game. Terrible boyfriend, I swear. Okay, let's see. Any... Oh, yep. Ah, crap. Right, you know what? Screw it. Why do I still have the shock bolt thing? I mean, that was a good shot. Okay, so flame rounds don't work very well on liquors. They seem a little bit fireproof, probably because they're all slimy. I do want to try this really quick. I know, like, we're in trouble and everything. Okay, well, completely missed that. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Alright, cool. Gonna go up the ladder. And I know it's like hiding the sort of little load times, but it does still help to build that sense of tension, which I think is that's masterfully done. Oh, okay, so where do I have to go? I've already been out to the end there, haven't I yet? Because that's the thing with the fire. So I'm gonna go around. I'm just gonna run around this guy because, as far as I can tell, all they do is spit at you. Maybe they grab you and bite you. I'm not too sure. I'm not going to test it. It's not exactly something I really want to test, but let's see here. Right, onwards. Okay, let's get to the east way. Okay, so this. Oh, go. Use it. Oh, okay. I do like the fact that they have the psychic sense, so you know when a key is no longer useful. It is mechanically, it's good, because otherwise you will be holding on to those keys and taking up very precious space. Okay, so vaccine cartridge, cool. Right, so we gotta then put that into a thing to make a base vaccine, I think. Oh, hello, Mr. Zombie Man. Light switch. There we go. Oh my goodness me! Alright, so I'm going to combine that with that. Right, I'm going to keep you equipped and just kind of fire wildly there and hope that I hit somebody. Bluth as well. Thank you. Okay, and even while he's missing his legs, he can still be an ass. Right, there we go. What were they all doing here? Ooh, ammo disc. Right, I needed that for the thingy to activate the tram thingy, I think. Okay, can I set the cut? Alright, so is this the VAM? It looks more like a scanner. There's a hole to set the cartridge, right? So we put the cartridge there. Okay, and then we go over here and we press the button. Okay. Oh yeah, might want to take the vaccine with me. So I've got the base vaccine, then we have to go all the way back down and around. Should I open those shutters and see if there's anything there? Probably. Okay. What do we got here? Ooh, okay, nothing. Last time we had plant people, and now we don't. So, okay, what do we got here? So do I have to get someone else to come and do this? Or is this like when I play as Leon, maybe I come back here and since one part's been authenticated, he can then authenticate the other part? Maybe? Yes, no, maybe? Righty, so can I just not go back to Sherry now? Can I not? Is she not still in the safe room? Yeah, I haven't even checked that other little room that leads to the thingy. Okay, so the zombies didn't respawn. Did I kill them all? I don't even remember killing them all. I'm just that good. Right. Sherry? Sherry's gone. Well, I'm hoping that Leon's doing, otherwise we're in serious trouble, because now we have a mutated little girl running around. Okay, so that goes there. You, my useless boyfriend, can go there. Yeah. Kind of set. You know, I'm going to take this. I've already got some health. We are good. So where does this go? It's an elevator. Pressing the button has no effect, and it hasn't been used for a long time. Alright, never mind. So now that's the only bad thing, where you have maps where the two characters kind of overlap, but because some of them will be of use to only one character, you're kind of sometimes like running around wondering, okay, can I use this spot? Can I go here? Can I go here? Apparently not. Okay. Whee! Okay, so we've got two new creatures that were just randomly introduced at the very end of the game. We've got these plant creatures, and we have the Death's Head Moth thing with its grubs. Again, strange, because they're not really used properly. I mean, okay, like the moth. So they would have had to create this creature, they would have had to design it, design its movements, its attacks. Ugh. Will fire work on these guys? Apparently not very well. Ugh. Oh, okay, whoops. A little blindsided there. I thought I was going to be going up against some liquors, but apparently... Whoop! God damn. Okay, let's use the semi-disc. Okay. Yeah, that's done me some damage. Okay, so that leads out that way, but I still need the devil vaccine, so let's go get the devil vaccine, shall we? Damn, can't believe I got injured there as well, it's really annoying. Okay, and the acid rounds only work really well against living things, so... Grenade rounds. Let's blow up some zombies, shall we? Hey, Annette. Bye, Annette. Let's have these guys respawn. I still don't have that key as well. It must be somewhere. I'm guessing it's like an extra thing you can find and unlock later. Okay, so the zombies I did kill have not respawned, which is good. Okay. Okay, so we're going to put the base vaccine inside. Beep boop. Okay, Mr. Zombie, you just wait there for a second. Okay, keep waiting. Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Wait. Okay. Good zombie. Okay. I no longer have a lockpick. It is now vaccine. I like the idea that they can actually kind of change the key item, because we don't need the lockpick anymore. We know that. We just need the vaccine that we need to get out of here. I wonder where to get the key for that locker. Okay, we're good. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Looks like we're coming up on end game times here, so... Okay, Mr. Zombie Man. Okay, I actually just want to try this really quick. Okay, line it up, man. Okay, does absolutely nothing to the zombie. Fair enough. Run away! Biohazard! Biohazard signs! Biohazard signs everywhere! Are we sure we want to go here? I don't think we want to go here. No. So load in.
5 minutes until detonation.
Oh crap. Oh crap. Where am I? What is this? Okay, button to press. Right, so I have to say good morning to the wife. Whoop, and let's unpause this. Yep. Activate the lift. That looks suspicious. That looks suspiciously suspicious. Oh no. Oh, it's Mr. B, and he's got more arms, more hugs. Okay, does he run? Can you run? Can you run? Can I run? Okay, zippity zappity. Ow. That is not what I had planned. That was not my plan. Okay, how am I doing? Okay, I'm on yellow caution. Should have probably brought some more health. Ooh. Yay, he's dead. Oh no, he's not. He's just mutating to get even stronger. That's not even my final he's turning to a big old doggo with lots of teeth. Why? All the better to eat you with. Ah. I can't aim up. I can't. Oh, wow. That was unexpected. That was very unexpected. Righty, so we got to change a couple of things here. Let's get some more health. So I like that we have different levels to the monster design. I don't like how it's working out though. But we'll see. Okay, do we have all the possible thingies there? Yep, okay, let's just keep going. So we've got a lot of different ammo types for this one gun. So we can take the base vaccine again, take it around. Yes, I did save there, but I used the emulator save system, just not to save scum or anything. Oh, do I have to do this again? Do I have to go here again? Am I going the wrong way? Did I do this? I've done this already, haven't I? Yep, cool, right, all good. Right, done. We are done, let's keep going, let's keep running. Yeah, so it takes a bit longer to save in Resident Evil save systems. It's not to try and, cheese the system or to, make my rating look any better at the end of the game. It's literally just to save time when it comes to saving and reloading. Let's run around you, and run around you, and we'll run around this way. There we go. Yeah, so they've designed these whole new creatures, and they're only used for a very, very brief period here, where the giant plant is. There's no way of hurting the giant plant itself. They don't seem to move very far, or move anywhere. I don't know if they've really had to make actual instances for these creatures. Oh, okay. I also don't know why the zombies are naked. Why are the zombies naked? Aha. Your friend thought he could trick me. He could not. Oh my goodness me. Yep, I see you. Okay, so let's use this ammo disc. really quickly, I'm going to see if this lets me do this. If it lets me leave without the vaccine. Damn, right. It does not. Yeah, I just want to test that because, okay, so it does kind of railroad you a little bit. I do think it would have been more interesting if they let you keep going without making the vaccine. Like, that could then be a player choice, player agency going on there, where you could literally decide to not save Sherry. Just, decide you don't have the time. Which I think would be a lot more interesting, but obviously they had a lot of other things going on with the layering of the two different timelines, and of course you have two entirely different, like, story modes where you start as Leon or you start as Claire. So I get it. They didn't want to make too many choices. But I know in Resident Evil 3, actually, you get a whole bunch of different choices, don't you? Like, they actually make it like an actual thing where you have to choose to stay and fight or to run away. Thus making the choice very, very clear for the player. Because some players just don't even think about it. They don't think that's an actual choice, being able to run away. Okay, let's keep playing through here. Ready, ready, ready. Oh, come on. Chaz learns how to use doors. Okay, so we've got the vaccine. Let's get onto this train. Okay, do I need anything else? I think I'm going to be okay for life. I'm going to use the zappity zap thing to zippity zap this guy. Until he turns into a dog, and then I'm just going to run around and use grenade launchers on him. Okay, the zombies are all dead. Let's go. What about the weird train thing I was in earlier as well? Like, where does that go? Like, where does it genuinely lead to? Because it's got its shed, and then you go down the elevator, and then it doesn't seem to go anywhere after that. I think it's like people have had to sit there and think about these locations and their design and their use. It's just kind of strange. They're like, oh, okay, we just want to have a tram thing here. Just as a boss level area. As again, you can see here, again, they've made it so the map is not... It's large, it's big, it's square. In fact, I think we can bring it up on the map here. Okay, so take a look at the layout there. So instead of just having a big open square boss map where you could, sort of run around and move around, they've got these two long parts filled with canisters right in the middle there to make movement just that much more awkward. You have, again, the claustrophobia where you can't run around. Whoa, ow, he's got some reach there. Bad, Mr. Birkin. Mr. Birkin, I'm sorry. Please, your daughter. Wow. 4 shots. Okay, now I guess I'm going to change to the grenade launcher. Ooh, that sound is very familiar. Whoa! Ah, run away! Oh, okay, he got stuck on the geometry there. Okay, so he's a... I'm guessing he's still living? He's a living creature? Would acid? Yeah, I think acid would work. We'll try acid. I don't know where he is, though. Come here, good doggy. Is he stuck? There we go. Okay, I'm not on yellow caution. Okay. Oh my goodness me. Oh, wow. That's pretty Unforgiven as well, my goodness. Alright, here we go again. Okay, right, we got a Shinj vaccine. Again, yes, this could be seen as save scumming, but again, there is a save point right here, the typewriter. So I don't think it's really cheating the system, it's just making things quicker and easier for us to get through the game. I could be a perfectionist about it, but if I was a perfectionist, I would have read the full walkthrough and gotten all the secrets and gotten all the extra bits. Which, to be fair, I might do, but I like going in a bit blind with these games. I like my own general reactions to not knowing what's going to happen. Because it means that I can read what a first-time player would feel when playing this game. So knowing exactly what is happening in a game, like knowing exactly what you got to do, and where all the monsters are, and where all the secrets are, that's no fun. I don't see that as fun. Then I'm just going through the motions of following a walkthrough. You know, that's not living the experience of the game. Right now, I am surprised every time I go around a corner. Right now, I am getting things wrong. Which is the best way to test a game and to experience a game. You know, you don't know every single step of the way. You don't know all the walkthroughs when you're playing a game. And if you do, I mean, yeah, that's your choice on how to play the game, but that's not how I think games, especially horror games, should be played. You know, yeah, play through the game once to get the blind experience, and then play through it again later to, you know, experience all the other fun parts, you know, get all the little Easter eggs and things like that. But right now what I'm trying to do is play through the games and get a feel for the story, the way that they've formatted everything, the way they're setting the atmosphere. Like right now, they've got the klaxon going off, they've got the, you know, the electronic voice kind of giving the science fiction-y feel. It's giving us that sort of science fiction-y, you know, lab feel. And that's the whole point, really, is to kind of give us that sort of tense feeling, things exploding. Yeah, it's good that they don't. Can I could actually go back? Yeah, there we go. So that's just a visual cue to let us know that that is locked down properly. I mean, it could have done with just a click of the lock behind us. Alright, here we go. Come on, Mr. Birkin, let's dance. Third time's a charm, guys. Third time's a charm, hopefully. Anyway, we'll see. Alright. I don't like you. Run away! I should have maybe got those green herbs, actually. Oof. Jesus, alright, Mr. Birkin, calm down. You're mean. Okay. Look, more arms for more hugs. Okay, okay, okay. All right, Mr. Birkin. I'm a serious gamer and I ain't scared. Okay, I can't reach him up there. Ow. Okay. Ah! Oh my! I'm alive. Generally, no one's more surprised than I am. Run away! Okay. Oh, okay. Run! Oh my word. Come on then, where are you? Oh, is that it? Goodness. Third time's a charm. I ran out of health things and everything there, so that was a bit alarming. And again, with the way the combat system works, with the sort of awkward controls and the ungainly motion, it's a bit hard to make an interesting boss out of that, if you know what I mean. Like, you can just kind of jump around, but you can't make it too fast. Also can't make it too slow, you know, and then you've got to worry about like ammo conservation and everything like that. Ooh, FMB time. Is this it? We actually got the end. Leon, why did you start the train without me? Oop. That would have been a great end to Leon there, just taking his head off. Come on, jump on.
I have the antidote. If I give it to her. Not now. Wake up!
Shut up, Leon.
Wake up! Where am I? It worked! Oh, Sherry. You're gonna be okay. Thanks.
Aw, that's really sweet.
No. I have to find my brother.
This is just the beginning.
Leon's so easily led. It's over. Oh, it's just the beginning.
My God has protected you. It will always be with you.
What? What?
Sherry.
Rubbing? Okay. That was her god? I mean, it's a cool looking jacket, I guess. It's a bit weird. Does Claire ever find Chris? Or is that in Code Veronica? Anyway, there we go. Right, so that's Claire A. First playthrough. Yeah, it had a cute little ending at the end there. I do love the fact that Sherry's voice actor appears to be a lot better than both Leon and Claire's. And I don't get that. I don't understand why she is such a better voice actor than the others. That's something I actually want to look into. A little bit of background research there. But yeah, if you guys did have a little watch of this, thank you so much for watching. We're going to play through Leon's game now. And I'm going to have to look at how that's going to work, because obviously there is going to be a system set up for that. But obviously I'm running this on an emulator. Before anybody gets on any sort of high horses, I do still have the PlayStation 1 games. I did buy them when they came out, literally decades ago. My PlayStation 1, unfortunately, is a brick right now. And looking at the options you have to buy new ones, it's just not really worth it. Emulating the games also means it's a lot easier to kind of stream and get these things out there. So, right, here we go. Paul, Alice, and Court. Sherry, Lisa. Lisa Yamanaka's Chinese, oh, sorry, Japanese as well. Weird. I don't know why the acting was so bad. Anyway, so yeah, I am emulating a few of these games. So this happened after I started the series. They have just released Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 for the PC. They released them on Steam with a strange DRM on them, and they've released them on GOG. So I might actually just be getting them on GOG, just to kind of see if there is much of a difference. I know when I played through Biohazard, the original Japanese version, it was made for the computer, and it's been heavily modified to run on modern computers and to kind of update the graphics a tiny amount. The only real differences I noticed is you could actually skip through the door opening scenes. You know, like if you pressed a button, it would just kind of cut the scene short, and you can just go into the next room, which meant that you could run a little bit faster. So if you're doing a quick speed run, it does make things a bit quicker there. It'd be good to have them just on the PC anyway. Just because it's fun, it's fine. So I might do that, but I'll do that for Resident Evil 3. I might just get the other two just for my own sake, just because, you know, I like being a bit of a collectionist, completionist. There we go, Resident Evil 2, Claire. Let's see how bad my rating is as well, because I did stop an awful lot just to look at the creatures. Nice little hand-drawn picture for the end. She's taking Sherry on the road on a motorbike. At least they both have helmets. Ranking B. Not bad. I mean, yeah, 5 hours. I did take my time, and I did save a fair amount. So, anyway, right. So we're going to be playing through, I believe, once you get past this. So yeah, I took an awful long time to get through this game. But again, I was looking into the nitty gritty of it and looking at all the details. Now I believe it'll let me save as Leon, and I'm going to have to look into. So I'll put that here. There we go. Leon B. So we get to play from his side of it, like events, which is great. Like it adds a huge amount of replayability to the game. So, right, I'm going to cut the stream off here, guys. I haven't been playing the arranged version, but to be fair, I might do. I might play through Resident Evil 2, starting with Leon in the arranged version, and then play as Claire. But apparently, it is quite a bit harder. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, anyway, yeah. So. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll be streaming again later to play through Leon's game, so we'll see you all soon. Okay, bye!
Resident Evil 2.